as you can see, bread pudding. So here we have 10 slices of crusty Italian bread, which I like to use, but you can use any white bread. And I've got 3 cups of milk, a quarter cup of margarine or butter. I'm using margarine. And in here I've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Here I've got a half a cup of raisins and 3/4 cup of white sugar.
Oh, you're not using brown sugar?
Or you can use brown sugar too. It's optional, but I like my bread pudding to stay white. Except on the top. Or nearer to white anyway. Here's the vanilla. 6 eggs. But first I'm going to start cubing the bread. Cut it in nice 1-inch size cube. This is the bread all cubed, and I'm going to add the raisins. Now these are the spices, remember, that I showed you before. I'm going to add it to the bread and the raisins and mix it in properly, very well as it goes. Some people use stale bread, but I get whether stale or fresh, doesn't matter, as long as it's a bread that can absorb all the liquid. So here we have the sugar, the butter, the vanilla, and the egg. 6 eggs whisked into this. I'm going to add the sugar and whisk it in well. I'm going to add a good teaspoon of this vanilla. This is not the extract. This is the essence, or the watered down one. I'm going to just warm milk, and if the milk is too hot, be careful or else you'll get scrambled eggs. So you just pour this in slowly. Now I'm going to add the melted margarine. And being Jamaican, I'm going to add a tablespoon of rum to this mixture. Now I'm measuring just 1 tablespoon of rum into that mixture. If you like nuts in your bacon, you can add it when you add to the bread, the cube bread, when you added the raisins. I don't like nuts in mine. And this is just a Jamaican. I'm only one Jamaican. I'm not speaking for every Jamaican. I'm going to add this to the bread and give it a good mix. Make sure you have everything all mixed in. When you do it this way, you get, if you just leave it in the dish from the beginning and pour the milk over it, all the raisins is at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now when I pour it from the mixing bowl here, I get all the nice raisins on the top. I leave it to stand there for at least a half an hour before we put it in the oven.
But you could do it for as little as 15 minutes if you want it?
Yeah. No more than fast rules in cooking. Well, it's been 20 minutes since we've put it all together and put it in this baking dish. So now it's time to put it in the oven, 375. And for half an hour. I'm going to check it. It should be done in half an hour. So I'll check and see. And then I'll show you the finished product. The pudding is ready. It's been in for 3/4 of an hour. And it's nice and brown and crispy on the top. You can, if you want it more crispy than that, you can leave it in longer. But you risk drying it out if you leave it in enough. I think it looks beautiful. Nice and brown and crispy on the top, and eaten warm or hot with English custard and vanilla ice cream. And enjoy and curly toes.